to have one level of a higher secret transportation technology that would allow them a competitive edge. And the time tunnel is the third grade, the third level above even the transportation technology. Then we have a tape on the close encounters of the Foo Fighter kind, introduction to Nazi anti-gravity research and development in the 30s and 40s. And we're talking in that film about 50 models of flying saucers with piston, Bankel, turbo, pulse, ramjet and rocket engines with spinning magnetic fields or powered by free energy. We talk about the exo-atmospheric and space flight capabilities of these craft around Earth orbit, to the Moon and to Mars, according to German documentary films. We also talk at length about the Nazi Antarctic underground base and Admiral Byrd's failed campaign against them. We have a film on the underground, on the Alternative 3 joint secret landing, saucer landing on Mars in 1952, May 22nd, 1952.
Was that 62 or 52?
I have a feeling that it was 52, not 62, because they landed with saucers much earlier than. In the film they claim they landed with rockets, but this is not a rocket landing, and we'll see why. We have a film, this is a lecture and seminar by Colonel Marina Popovich. She's a decorated military test pilot from the Soviet Union, from the Soviet Air Force. The film is titled UFO Glassness over Russia. In that film she talks about a crash-landed UFO that was brought down with a surface-to-air missile in the late 80s over Soviet Caucasus Mountain. And also a photograph of the giant mothership that was a shot that was taken from the Russian unmanned space probe Phobos when it approached the Martian moon Phobos. Very close to the moon, there was a giant 22-kilometer long mothership parked there by somebody, and the Russian probe took the picture before it vanished. Then we have a whole list of audio tapes available from the Graduate School of Conspiratology and the American Academy of Dissident Sciences. Mainly these tapes are about the secret societies of the planet. A tape revealing the Freemasonry and the Masonic Lodge as the Illuminati fifth column of the planet, tape by Ron Carlson. Another tape on the Illuminati Council of Foreign Relations, exposed by Myron Fagan. This is a 3 LP record set of about 3-hour-long tape. The Illuminati infiltration of the American Secret Central Committee, or the Council of Foreign Relations, that runs the United States behind the scenes together with the Trilateral Commission. Another tape on the Trilateral Commission itself by J.C. Lewis, 90-minute log, which reveals that the Trilateral Commission is again an Illuminati outfit to speed up the coming of the one world government and the New World Order, an outfit created by and financed by Rockefeller after World War II. A very interesting tape by Anthony Sutton called The Order exposes Yale University's secret society, the 322, or the Skull and Bones, which is one of the secret Illuminati prep schools for the Golden Party youth, the future rulers of the country and the new united world, and the torchbearers of the illuminated enlightenment on the planet. And I wouldn't be amazed that, on top of everything else, this is also a quite well camouflaged satanic cult that operates on an university campus. I wouldn't be amazed, because a lot of the symbology of the Skull and Bones, including the very shape of the bones and the skull, are the same that they do on satanic rituals, and in symbology nothing is coincidental.
The Grand Masters of the Freemasons and the Knights Templars both use skull and bones on their gravestones too.
It's a very good point. The Grand Masters of Freemasonry and the Knights Templars use the skull and bones, and so did the SS on their uniforms. It's a very good point that occurred here. Then we have a 3-hour-long tape, the terrestrial component of the alien presence, on the secret Illuminati projects, known to the public as the new and ultimate threat, the alien threat. after the collapse of the Russian bear, they urgently need a new threat. Oh boy, how urgently they need a new long-term threat. The echo threat is the sister to the alien threat, the Mickey Mouse alien threat. And we'll talk about this in the lecture. But this tape covers basically one century of Illuminati super black research and development projects in anti-gravity, space flights, mind control, and human genetic engineering that being conveniently covered up behind real alien visitations on the planet. Hundreds of races visit us each year, but behind that there is a very substantial illuminated component of terrestrial developments that it's very easy for them to explain away as all alien, being all alien. And in that tape we would make the claim that the little greys are the government-developed biological robots or cyborgs, the little Igors of the underground gulag of government Frankenstein factories, as Anthony Hilder calls them. And also we have a lot of papers. I wouldn't go through all of the papers. Basically, all of this material is very well represented in different papers. And now we can go on with our slide presentation. If we can turn on the projector, please. In the back, the button goes upward. On the back of the back, rightmost, up and up and up and up to the top. Excellent. After the tabloid sources, let's summarize the first step. I was back tracing my quote-quote discovery of anti-gravity through the anthropology of myth approach. I just did a big file and I put there all the stories about anti-gravity that I could find. And in the first step we went over my sources from ancient astronaut accounts, from modern day contactee cases. Actually we'll go through the contactee cases right now. Biblical and ancient revelation prophecies, revelations, modern day revelations like the Urantia book and the Waski book and the Billy Meyer Chronicles. We talk about the secret symbology, the meanings of the swastika as a swirling whirlwind of etheric energy, and the Star of David that have much deeper physical meaning than just being a symbol of a political movement on our planet. And now we will be talking at length about more hardcore evidence, academic evidence. And we started with a case of academician Nikolai Kozyrev from the Pulkovo Observatory. He died in '87, who did incredible experiments with spinning gyroscopes. In this very simplified photograph, I have a red gyroscope here that is spun in motion by a very simple electromagnetic device. The gyroscope is balanced on a precision laboratory scale, and let's say it weighs 100 grams before spinning. We spin the gyro and we measure the weight again, and if it spins leftwards, it weighs 95 grams. If it spins counterclockwise in the other direction, it weighs 92 grams. Academician Sakharov went a step further. As a true Russian patriot who cannot do an experiment without involving vodka or tea, he decided to add the variable of a strong Russian tea to the equation, and to his astonishment he discovered that if the already spinning gyro that weighs, let's say, 95 grams, you approach the gyro without touching it with a cup of hot Russian tea. The moment you drop a sugar cube in the tea and start mixing the tea and having the tea dissolve, the gyro whoop drops down with another 5 grams. Incredible result. That can be done by dropping a few spoonfuls of cold water into a cup of hot water, not necessarily sugar on it. Hot water mixing in cold water. These are time-wise unidirectional processes. You can dissolve the cube of sugar, you can't do the other ways around to get the sugar out of solution and produce the cube from the viewpoint of physics, without expending energy, of course. You can distill the water, boil the water out and get the sugar, but